with all that's going on, the immigration crackdown, et cetera, how has that started to adversely affect that vertical in your business, student housing, or not? Not yet.
Yeah. Student housing has been a clear winner over the last few years, despite interest rates rising. Really, what's happened, Martin, is very interesting, right? Because of all the net migration across the U.S. to certain markets like the Sun Belt, places like Texas, Florida, Georgia, those markets have become clear winners in student housing more recently. What's been happening is that as the population of these markets has grown, and because they have strong in-state university systems, as the population has grown, the number of applications has grown just as fast. For children that want to apply to a high-quality flagship university that provides for a lower-cost public education, a school like UT Austin, a school like University of Florida in Gainesville, a school like University of Georgia, those schools have seen massive increases over the last 10 years in application growth. But the enrollment at those schools has been somewhat moderated because those schools are recognizing that the quality of applicants is significantly increasing as the population of those markets has grown. Very similar to what happened in California in the 70s and 80s, whereas the population of California grew because of things like technology company growth, entertainment company growth, the demand to go to the two public flagship schools, UCLA and UC Berkeley, spiked. But to maintain academic standards and to climb the academic ranks, those schools clamped down on enrollment. Yeah. So enrollment did not grow as fast as applications. And kids began to spill schools like UC San Diego. Same thing's happening in Texas. UT Austin went from 70,000 applicants last year to 94,000 applicants this year. Massive jump in applications. But enrollment minimally grown. The demand for student housing.
Nitin, let me just jump in here so we can catch your breath. So you can catch your breath. Back to the original question. That is, this whole immigration crackdown. Is that affecting your student housing business adversely? And it's not just that. There's also the fact that there used to be a ton of students from China going to U.S. universities. They still are, but I mean the numbers have dropped off or trailed off precipitously. So is that affecting your business as well, or talk to me?
Not at all. In fact, it's the lack of labor or the reduction in labor as a function of immigration issues is actually hurting new supply, right? So developers are coming under continued margin pressure. But for owners of existing stock, right, the existing student housing that's in place in markets that are high growth in terms of application growth and enrollment growth are going to benefit because they will have pricing power, right? So you're not going to have the headwind challenge of new supply. And if you're in a student market where enrollment's growing and there's demand for housing, it's harder to build new supply to meet that enrollment growth. So owners of existing stock are going to have pricing power.